purpose of this video on the Edision multi-finder, which does both satellite, terrestrial and CCTV, is to give an overview of how you'll set it up for the Astra 2 satellite, so it's set up ideally for you each and every time you use it, okay? So I'm going to do this as if you've turned the meter on for the very first time. You're going to use it for satellite and the problem. So the first thing you'll go in and you'll just see anyway that the language is German, and the reason that's the default is with 90% of all sales of Edition products of this meter are in Germany. So we'll come along, we'll just choose English. And now immediately I need to press the menu button to bring the menu up. Other than that, we'll just sit there. And if I went in and looked at the TV channels here and organised them, the default channels on are German as well, okay? So you can delete them all out there very easily. You can just select all and hit the X button over here to delete them. But I'm just going to ignore that for now. But I'm just trying to highlight the problem that for Irish and UK customers, it's just a very quick setup to get it in the right position. So go into installation, and satellite installation is how it search for something, okay? So the first thing I see here is, again, the default satellite we're looking at here is 19.2 degrees east, which is Astra 1, which is a satellite for German, and Hotbird would be their backup satellite, more or less. Now the strange thing is that I have this set up on an Astra 2 satellite dish, which is pointing and working fine, and I'm getting signal levels. And you'd say to yourself, well, why is that happening? It's happening because you're never actually looking at a satellite. What you're looking at is a transponder on that list of satellites. So there could be maybe 100 transponders listed there. So you go in, you look for that particular one, and if you find the signal is coming from that particular transponder, what happens then is it'll actually work. But it mightn't actually have been on the Astra 2 satellite, in this case, or Astra 1 satellite, because the same transponder could be listed on 50, 100 different satellites, okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come down along, and I want to be able to use this and know that the signals we're getting are correct, okay? So Astra 2 here comes along, and what we have here is the default transponder for Astra 2 is not a good one, okay? It maybe was a past channel that was there, or the manufacturer just thought that this is have a channel, a common transponder list across a whole pile of different things, and they're not too worried about, okay? So this is no good for us, because when we come along here, we've connected to a dish that's working, but we're getting no signal. So we say to ourselves, well, how will we check? Well, I'm going to press the green button here, and I'm going to go in, and the transponder that it's defaulted to is actually transponder 82, which is not the one that we want. So what we're going to do down is we're going to arrow to a transponder that we know will work. And I'm just going down the list because it's slightly faster. And I'm going to go in this case to 107H 22,000, and we'll see level 98%, quality 83%, boom, and now I just press OK. So now if I exit out, and exit out again, and come back in, and go down to the Astra 2 satellite, we'll see that I've permanently changed the thing. So if I turned off this meter, next time I turn it back on and go over, it'll still be this one here. Just as a matter of interest, if I do a scan at that point and come along, we'll say, and search for those particular ones, it'll bring in the channel 4 ones. I'll just quickly do this just to show that. So I would just go for search mode this. I'll just go for TV only, and I will come and I'll do a TP scan, and it'll just come along. And it's just doing that one transponder here, and we can see those things are there. And I'm just going to quickly exit. I'll come along, and actually we're going to stop the video there for stop copyright.